There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. This fielded at the 2. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. At their own 20-yard line.
Down! 180!
Check. Hey!
Raider 2!
Alert 3, alert 3!
Blue drop Porkers!
Deuce!
They run with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Kill!
To throw, it's caught. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Raiders on the move. A couple of big plays in succession.
First down, Raiders.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pick it up! Shoot!
White Monday down!
Working from the gun, it's caught. Lets it go for Nelson. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. More trot. Big stop.
Jackson on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 9, check 9.
Jackson now to throw again. They'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way out to the 46. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought he was going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now it's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, turn it out, turn it out. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Off. Check, let go.
Here's Jackson. Gonna throw again. Oh, he's got man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Vincent Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal because it is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
Just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
What
From
now?
the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Well, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
637.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42.
Here's Carter throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback are Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Later one.
Begin.
694. That's it.
From the gun, it's caught. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Bird.
Good work, boy.
A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Raiders first down.
Carr now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line. Monday, down. 185.
Slam.
Purdue.
This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down. Down. Blue 80.
These two teams all tied after one. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Down.
42.
180. Hey, we're good. Blue 80.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And that will be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out of the game.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense. They got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike, 54. I got one.
Jackson from the shotgun. Caught on the right side by Jones. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, that can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
We own it. Let's go. Come on. Six guys. Jim.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls first down, incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Undercrush.
Now Jackson playing again. And his throw here is incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better when it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Phil able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd and 9, Carr. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Ryan Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Dawson tacks on the point after. And that makes the score 14-7. 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Hey, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Watch safety creeping. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Showing up.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty is Jones. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Raiders.
Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to find Equinemius St. Brown, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Yo, go. Hey, I need one over here. Orbit.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And Adams has it. Good play. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. We'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets us one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Let's go. 1500. Before Mike. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Now Jackson on first down. He's got it. That's St. Brown. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Is good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they work this well outfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Raiders.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And Nelson's got it here right side. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Monday, down. 185. Let us bring it. 29. 29. Mike 4-2. Mike 4-2.
Now on second and 13. Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first football timeout?
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Here's Jackson. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Jackson now. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, come on. Hot some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here.
To throw again is Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
You have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm going to come back to you. Shit. Back down.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. Oh, that's just not fair, and now on the run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Daryl Worley there to knock that one free. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnover. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Throwing it in here on second down, this time complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
I got him.
From the gun on third down, Jackson is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is inside the 15. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Okay, 50 down. Mike 54. Right.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. Jimmy Graham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good. Well, the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Let's go.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
At the 46-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey, 734.
Throwing down his car. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Football to Mike.
From the gun. And they'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you... And look at this. It's a fake. Off. They get the 1st.
Let's go.
So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, who's able to pick up the 1st down.
Carr completes it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Here we go.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Carr now throw. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 44, Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Down. Blue 80. Check. 53. White Monday. Tight down. Blue 80. Check.
Carter to throw. He's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Dean Lowry able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Blue 80.
To throw his car. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
White down. White 80.
And what's that? And what's the block?
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. It's complete. Right around the 8. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Right there.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Jackson toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. It was Darryl Worley there to knock that one free. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Shoot. Get it on. West. Zoom. Shoot. Ready.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Jackson on 1st down. Jones has it. He's got a 1st down and inside of midfield. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Get it to the back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
Just walking and say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. For a 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
66, bullet, half.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Buying time to his left. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive summit.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 24-yard line.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones.
General West.
From the 24, Carr, and his throw is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, Raider 2. Mike spoke both. Not here. Where's it?
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. The Raiders do snap it. It's hard. He's going to walk for him deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 83 yards, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Yo.
Now Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
At the 27-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, D.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that's a touchdown as they broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Let's go. I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases,
It's caught inside the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Hey, Haywood! I got one!
44, Mike, 44. Here we go.
Check. Ready? Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
61, matchbox lights.
They run it from the gun with Crowell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Game situation, let's go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They look to throw. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a touchdown.
Good job.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports. EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Right here, 41 Mike. He learned. 81. Hey, alert. Watch the eye.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate, what an effort. There's Wilson. He finds Ursula. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. That throw good for 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Now Wilson. Open man is Ursula. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want to offer mine. Well, you're the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Gun. Hold up. Good time.
On first down, Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Check 99. Check 99.
36 power. Jet 50. 18. It's 22. Jet bomber. It's a 22. Jet bomber.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin.
I remember growing up playing basketball, my coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they're able to react and knock the ball away.
7 and 10 now. Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
36 power.
To throw again is Wilson.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And Myers able to knock it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And it led to a really nice game.
Now the pass is into the arms of Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
4 down, 4 down.
Here's Watson. 4 yards on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Complete to Lamar Miller.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
This is it. Yeah, I got you.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 31!
Give me that ball.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He's going to look deep in zone for Hopkins. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Finish the set. 19. Watch the screen. 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 954.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 50, Mike.
Throwing again is Watson. Hopkins on the ground over the middle. And he's taken down the back before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Complete to DeAndre Hopkins.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run for it with Miller. A beautiful fake. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
I got it. To the pass. Down and go.
Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Listen, 19. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got one.
Now Watson on third and goal. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. There are none 2 plays that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, 0. Right there in the middle, 55.
Throwing is Wilson.
Let's make these babies cry.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando, and Jonathan Coach will have highlights and analysis on this first half, and it's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Let's get out the field, defense.
Throwing again. Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Chan Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Grant, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Raw, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson are part of the class.
fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against his secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
11 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Watch 54. Check pass, check back.
To the air yet again. Watson. Caught inside Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
What is that? 19! 50! 50's the mic! 50's the mic! Check, 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 check! Hey, 24!
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson forced out to his left. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, team's defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for
Here we go,
and
here we
taken.
go.
The
Here we go.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is what I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Crunch time, defense.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
14, got it.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fair catch made at the 25.
Let's go, baby.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they run it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw is Watson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
This is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. It goes in, complete. And able to rip up a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play.
Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 15.
A shotgun snap for Watson. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Single receiver, single receiver. Single receiver. Check 27, eyes on 27.
To throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now it's Watson. And that's QT complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good game. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and move them off.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
That is Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Texans push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Check 3.
They go lead option with Wilson. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Right now, you better bring it.
Run left.
Hey, watch the slant. Off. 41's the mic.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Whip. F-O. Under 10.
Throwing now, Wilson. 1st down. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Wilson, his throw incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Kill. Turn up.
Hey, alert.
Boost the team. Wahoo. Hey, 0. 41 Mike. Watch the out.
Wilson to throw again. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6 is an astronomical.
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I thought we were going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protections. And now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get loaded in those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. They've got to try something, because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Watch the run.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Big edge. Hook. Let's go. Come on.
It's caught. Lockett. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
You don't want no problems with me.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Good job right there. Get him. Check
time. From the 35 on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Wilson now, operating from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Watching your five.
Wilson to throw again. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Friday.
Well thrown first down with Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Alert. 12.
Now Wilson. Gonna throw again. Open man is Ursula. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Wilson. He's got to lock it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch twist. Switch.
Still got 4 down. One left.
Watching your five.
Let's go, defense.
Run left. Let's go, 14.
Mike 5-5.
Orbit.
Mike 5-5. Hey.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. And he falls spinning. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Let's get it.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gun.
Get ready.
Hey.
Hustle. Come on, 55. Hey, eat. Come on.
He'll look to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
They'll try and throw forward with Wilson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's gone through this stadium? He picked up that first down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the first.
Blue 15.
Check 55 to Mike.
In the face.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette, but it'll be second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Today you are. Not today.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough third and 18. And this is caught at the 8. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Watch right, watch right.
Hey, look. He's not going to get me.
Run left, run left.
55. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Check.
Hayward. Watch 55. You can't block me.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down?
Right there in the middle, 55.
55 is my guy, 55. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
25. Right.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Minus 19. 54. Exit.
Down the road.
The first down carry now for Miller. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.